Assalamualaikum, my name is Fidan Zaifa and I will present about the introduction of the management scholar, which is Edward Deming. Edward Deming, or William Edward Deming, was born on 14 October 1900 in Sioux City, Iowa. Edward Deming is widely acknowledged as the leading management thinker in the field of quality, or known as Father of Quality Management. He was an American statistician, lecturer, professor, author, and also business consultant whose method helped the Japan's recovery after the Second World War and beyond. He also derived his first philosophy and methods that allow the individuals and the organizations to plan and continually improve themselves in terms of their relationships, processes, products, and also services. His philosophy is one of the cooperation and strive for continuous improvement of organization, which could help to avoid and blame and redefine mistakes as the opportunities for them to improve. Beginning in the 1940s, he was suggested that the manufacturing process is not a series of unrelated processes, but it is an entire system and when viewed as an entire system, it is the opportunity to improve the efficiencies are easily more to identify. Other than that, Edward Deming also suggested that the tolerance limit is a disadvantage to the quality of a product, which means that the tolerance limit is a variance from the goal of the management that considered acceptable. Edward Deming suggested those tolerance limit will hinder the quality because as long as enough products within the tolerance limits, the management won't make any changes to the process. So in addition to his encouragement, he focused on the specific goals. He also developed a new theories or new concept to his management, which this include the plan to check at or the PDCA cycle, the Deming's 40 points management, and also the 7 deadly diseases. For the first theory is the PDCA cycle. Edward Deming promoted the idea widely and it became known as the Deming wheel or the Deming cycle. The PDCA cycle consists of 4 steps or stages which must be gone through to get from the problem phase to the problem solved. First, plan. Plan for changes to bring about the improvement. The organization need to find out what activities need to be repaired and improved. And when they know what the problem that need to be repaired and improved, then they need to set the objective and company try to figure out how they can achieve. Second, do. Do change on a small scale to trial them. Any necessary changes should be made by the company for the continuity of the process or for the product improvement. Third, check. Check to see if changes are working to investigate the selected process. Once the organization has implemented the changes, they need to create a trial period to observe the performance or result of the test and its development. In the early stages, such improvement cannot be achieved, so we need to rechange the process so that the objective can be achieved. Fourth, act. Act to get the greatest benefit from change. At the final stage, after the trial period of the upgrade is over, the organization need to do a review and examine the result of the experiment, and they need to compare the performance before and after the improvement. If the results are encouraging, and they should maintain the methods they use, and if that happens otherwise, they need to do more changes for improvement, or the organizations can start reviewing the process from the start. For the second theory is the Deming's 14 points of management. Edward Deming created 14 points to provide a framework to develop a knowledge in a workplace and can be used to guide a long-term business plan and aims. Firstly, establish goal settings towards improve the quality of materials and services. For the company that want to stay in business, there are 2 types of general problems that exist, are the problems of today and the problems of tomorrow. It is easy to wrap up with the problems of today, but the problem is the future demand, which is the long-term business plan. The constancy of purpose and dedication is to keep the company alive. Secondly, adhering to the new philosophy, the government regulation need to be changed to support the well-being of people. Commonly, accepted levels of mistake and defect can no longer be tolerated, so people must receive an effective training and supervision also must be adequate and effective. Management must be rooted in the company and must not do the unskilled jobs between the position within the company. Thirdly, stop dependence on inspection and testing hold. By eliminating the need for inspection on a mass basis is to build a quality into the product in the first place, because inspection is ineffectively and costly. Quality not comes from inspection, but comes from improving the production process. Next, do not do business based on price mark. Instead of minimizing costs with a single supplier for any one item on a long-term relationship of loyalty and trust. The single source supplier are desirable for many reasons. For example, they can become an innovative and can develop an economy in the production process that can only result the long-term relationship with the purchaser. Next, always improve the production process and system. The need for the constant improvement in the test method and for a better understanding of how the customer use and misuse the product. The continual process improvement can take in many forms. For example, never ending the improvement of the manufacturing process means that the work must be done continually with the supplier for the better improvement of the process. Other than that, add training in work. The management need training to learn about all aspects of the company, from incoming materials to the customer need, including the impact of the process variation on what is done within the company. The management also should understand the problems that worker has in performing his or her task satisfactorily. 7. Nurturing leadership. The management should lead, not supervise. The leader must know the work that they supervise. They also must be empowered and directed to communicate and to act the condition that need correction. Next is the eliminate fear and build faith. No one can give his or her best performance unless he feels secure. The employees should not be afraid to express the idea or to ask the question. The industry should embrace the new knowledge because it can give a yet better job performance and should not be fearful. 9. Reduce barriers between departments. The teamwork is needed throughout the company. Everyone in design, sales, manufacturing, or other departments can doing a good work and must work as a team to foresee the problems of the production. And next, eliminate slogan, exhortation, and targets to the workforce that ask for zero defects and new level of productivity. The exhortation, poster, targets, and slogans are directed to the wrong people, causing the general frustration and resentment. The management needs to learn that its main responsibility should be to improve the process and remove any special causes. And 11. Clear work standards quota at work. Pride of workmanship needs to be encouraged while the quota system needs to be eliminated. Whenever work standards are replaced with leadership, the quality and the productivity increase substantially and people are happier on doing their job. 12. Get rid of obstacles that capture the worker's satisfaction. The responsibility of the supervisors must be changed from the sheer number to the quality. Such workers often suffer from a low moral and low commitment to the organization. Unskilled managers often add to this problem by reinforcing the fact that employees cannot be trusted to their decision and self-determination. Next, create a dynamic education and self-service program. This point which is necessary to apply the continuous improvement to people as well as processes. And lastly, implementation of transformation. This point which organization transformation must involve everyone and not just be imposed by the organization. And the last theory is the 7 deadly diseases of management. The 7 deadly diseases of management describe the serious barriers that the management faces in improving the effectiveness and continual improvement. For the first point is the lack of constancy of purpose to plan a product or services. Management will fail to plan adequately as long as the focus is only on the short-term thinking. Without constancy of purpose, the management does not think beyond the next quarter and has no long-term plannings for staying in business. Second, emphasis on short-term profits. Emphasis on short-term profits, which will bring up the short-term thinking. This point is just opposite with the constancy of purpose to stay in business. Many people see the companies will harm their own interests in order to meet the short-term goals, but they will feel powerless to prevent such behavior and the subsequent losses imposed upon the company. Third, performance assessment, merit system, and annual assessment. The essential problem with the merit system is that they reward result rather than process improvement. Instead, managers should understand that the best way to develop cooperation is by focusing on the nature of working environment, not monetary rewards. And fourth, mobility in management. Mobility of management works against the manager becoming familiar with the process of or people he manages, which work against him recognizing the opportunities for improvement and having enough knowledge to help the workers to improve their performance.
Let's together look at this part. Application and system of the management theory to organization. The Edward Deming 40 points of management can be applied in transportation and manufacturing industry to improve the quality in management. The first point is establish goal setting towards improved quality of materials and service. The customer is very important part in transportation service. Customer demands are changing time by time. Transportation companies have to provide best service with low cost for the community. For example, GrabCar can use electrical and gas vehicle to save the cost of fuel and reduce pollution. This plan can increase Grab efficiency and offer low price for the customer. The second point is adhering to the new Deming philosophy. The transportation company should adopt new philosophy to changes in company management and adapt with new philosophy. The company was improved continuously by following technology trend. Customer needs transportation that can easier use, fast and convenience. Do not do business based on price mark. Company wants the quality of their transportation system to ensure the company have a great quality. Company should see the best quality in long-term relationship with a single supplier for only one item. Always improve production system and service. Quality of transportation service can be improved and as a responsibility for the company to have a system design and reduce defect. All people in a company responsible to improve the system of transport service to save the best for customer. By using statistical to always can detect the problem that need to be resolved. The system should improve in line with technology changes. At training in work. In transportation industry, it is important to familiarize themselves with the new changes in order to keep pace with the demand for the customer. Training help the employees and to impose the new skill that can be bring transportation service become more quality and bring profit for the company.
So I will present about 1.4, the contribution of Edward Deming. So the first one, the contribution of Edward Deming began when he was invited to Japan shortly after the Second World War. He helped to shape the economy of Japan at that time. And at that time, most of the country was flattened, and most business and companies in Japan are in worse. So Edward Deming uses statistics, he used quantitative, qualitative, and sampling concept to help the Japanese product. So the second one, after being helped by Edward Deming, the companies in Japan could identify the sources of quality problem and manage to solve it. So Deming was exceedingly improved positively to the product and the industry of Japan. So the third one, quality principle by Edward Deming helped the Japanese companies to dominate the manufacturing sector for decades. He also emphasized to produce high quality product at low cost. The fourth one, US economy was not doing well at that time and they called for Edward Deming to help them to boost back the economy. But before Deming helped Japan, no one of American company listened to Edward quality management. After Japan has succeeded in improving their economy and Japan was top in automobile industry, so US economy called Deming to boost back the economy. But some of the company do not want changes. So what Deming do? Deming just focus on the company and the management that want to change. The fifth, the profit of US company increased because they offer high quality product with competitive price. So the companies such as Ford Westinghouse and Motorola, they implemented Deming theory. Deming helped them and then commit to the Edward Deming total quality management. So the American automobile company become favorites and people keep buying for American automobile. Okay, so we continue to the contribution of 14-point management. So the 14-point management by Edward Deming as a good for the companies to improve quality and reduce expenses. So Deming created 40 points which provide a framework to develop knowledge in workplace and can be used as a guideline for construct a business plan. So the second one, Deming 14 point was adopted in Japan where this principle helped to unite the people, binding Japanese together in achieve improvement. The Japanese are the first to implement the 14 point of management and it is considered accomplished when Japan leading on automotive industry at that time. So the third one, the main principle was widely accepted among managers in organization because the main principles are simple to understand and apply in management. Next is the main principle not only benefit to the management but to the customer, because he emphasized to produce high quality product with competitive price. So customer will satisfied because of the good quality product with the competitive price that they receive, and they will more trust on the company and will come back and repeat again to buy from the company. And the last one, this principle help management to understand their responsibility and their commitment to improve quality. So the Deming also emphasized one of the 40 points of management to drive out fear that bring every worker effective in the way they work. So this principle help organization to focus on long-term planning for organization to keep sustained. Okay, so we continue to the contribution of the 7 deadly diseases. This theory increases effectiveness of organization to continue improve. Each of these diseases can destroy a company ability to focus on quality. This disease also as a main barriers for management and companies to improving their effectiveness and do continual improvement. The second point, this theory helped the education institution to help the Whitfield private school performance in relation to the 7 deadly quality disease. So Whitfield School is a high school that targeting an athletes. So the purpose of this school want to combine education and athletes. But this school is having with a poor performance and poor in terms of quality in their services. So after being observed, the school is lack of a good planning. Why this school is lack of good planning? Okay, lack of a good planning is one of the deadly disease that causes in 7 deadly disease. So this school is lack of a good planning because their manager used his portion of his large farm as location to start the school, and it hard to access to the school because have a river. The school also have a short-term planning where they only have 7 teachers that teach in the school. The school also have a short-term in financial planning where they want to raise fund. They having a competition that will participated by the student. So that is the way they want to raise their fund. So this theory helped Whitfield School to identify the disease that disrupt the school performance and quality. So this theory helped the Whitfield School to solve its performance. Okay, so we continue with the criticism of management theory. Okay, some of the company and management, they use the 14-point management to improve the quality of the management and the company. So some of the people, they critique the management theory by Edward Deming. So we look to the first one, the criticism comes from the Juran. So Juran feels that Deming is still basically as a statistician and not deep in management. The second one, he also stated Deming is strong to tell management to drive out fear because he believes fear can bring out the best in people. So when people is fear, they will do their best and perform in a good way. So the third one, he also brings critiques to principle that emphasize on the long-term result. Deming's way is long-term, so no one wants to wait on long-term and prefer to short-term, because short-term is relevant and easy to achieve compared to the long-term. Short-term also will motivate people in achieving something. Next is the main 40 point is they do not provide any tool to carry out this idea. And the last point, the main being critiques on tools for measuring and management performance are counterproductive.
The core of William Edward Deming's theory can be summarized as the determination and participation of senior management. In order for the organization to survive and develop, management must establish a clear mission or direction to lead the entering organization to change, and the customer is the foothold and starting point for thinking about everything. Secondly, by promote teamwork, attach importance to the role of corporate culture and leadership to create a field or an atmosphere to positively affect people. Fully mobilize people's enthusiasm and creativity to build people's pride of ownership to achieve the coordination of personal goals and organization goals, so that people take on the responsibility for the success or failure of the organization. Next, by establish technical training for quality improvement, formulate standard for measuring quality, and analysis and understand quality cost. Enterprise management should be based on a good system and continuously improvement of the system to achieve quality. productivity improvement, and cost reduction. This system goes beyond the boundary of the enterprise, and it is necessary to achieve the comprehensive effect of the system through cooperation with the suppliers and customers. This is the famous system-driven behavior view. And lastly, through education to improve quality, awareness and promote the participation of employees at all levels, we will also attach the importance to the role of each individual. Through education and training to enhance the capability of everyone, so that people are willing and able to make their own biggest contribution to the success or failure of the organization. According to the Deming's philosophical saying, quality doesn't have to be amazing. This reason why his honest opinion and remarkable achievements are valuable and respected by business community is that as their concepts are put into action systemically and system, a breakthrough in total quality management will almost certainly be achieved.
Stay